Steve has been keeping us full of, what's the word?
Fishing information?
No. That too. Yes, that too. Optimism. Optimism is the word of the day here.
We can nail them right now?
5 more minutes.
5 more, just one more cast.
One more cast. See you here in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning. The eternal optimism of the outdoorsman. You have to always sort of feel like and actually think there's one right around the corner, because it's often true, and it's the thing that keeps you going through these periods of like, oh, we just missed a few. It's gonna happen. Don't get down, man. Like, don't let the negativity in. You keep the positivity. They come back, man. They do, and you'll get another opportunity.
You're like the perfect stereotypical fisher guy. You're a little young yet. Like, give yourself 10 more years. You are gonna be iconic Canadian fisher guy. They're gonna make movies about you.
Well, I guess that remains to be seen. That would be awesome.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, my guests on this fine day at Haliburton Forest were Caitlin and Cody Caitlin, aka Mr. and Mrs. TrustinTimber, and we had an awesome time jamming around on snowmobiles and fishing and having a bunch of laughs, but unfortunately, this is not gonna be one of those epic ice fishing videos that you're used to seeing on this channel, because unfortunately we ran into some very seriously difficult cold front conditions and did not enjoy the success that we normally do on a regular basis at Haliburton Forest. Now I got that off my chest. You know, I know. We got skunked, all right? I said it. Are you happy now? I never say that word out on the ice, but I can say it here. And despite being humbled by nature on this particular day, as you will see, we had a lot of fun. And not only a lot of fun, a lot of great in-depth conversations that you can really only have in circumstances like this. So trust me, it's gonna be worth sticking around.
All right, we're out at Haliburton Forest and we're going ice fishing with Cody and Caitlin today.
Look where we are. This is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And look, we got Cody working already.
You guys bring your skates?
Doing an excellent job. Look, and that's pro level stuff right down to the ice. Love it.
I think right here. I feel it.
Okay, you feeling it?
Hold on, I'll use my sonar.
Use your spidey senses, man.
Yeah, right here.
Perfect. I love it.
Oh yeah, and I should also mention, since things were a little slow, I had even more time to share a bunch of valuable fishing information.
Lots of ice.
So stay tuned.
So we're gonna be fishing a whole bunch of little spoons. There's a little Cleo from Acme Tackle, and these are absolutely deadly in the depths that we're gonna be fishing off the side in the deeper water. This is called a Cast Master, also from Acme Tackle, and these things just rock it to the bottom. Look at that beauty, little Cleo. We're just gonna be tipping that with the tail or the head of a salted minnow. There's a great little hack, guys. When those minnows go on you, and minnows are getting expensive, literally just pour some salt on them, put them in a little container like that, throw them in the fridge. And I've had these since the summer and they're still perfectly good for ice fishing. All I'm gonna do is cut off the head, cut off the tail. Then we're gonna take that tiny little tail, just hook it to one piece of the treble hook, and we've got a little bit of scent with that beautiful flash and flutter. So I'm just pulling this up, making little plumes of silt. And that's almost like a signpost for fish that are far away to know that something's going on over here and come and investigate. Cody and Caitlin are fishing. How you feeling, guys?
Feeling lucky.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good little spot, huh? So just so you know, guys, we're running and gunning. We might not even stay here long. We're gonna put a bunch of holes in. We'll do some jigging. We'll try some things. And if they're not biting, we move. That's how we do it here at Haliburton Forest. Might be here a half hour. Might be here 20 minutes. We might be here all day. We just don't know.
This has been awesome. Thanks, Steve, for taking us out here.
Oh, my pleasure, man. We're just getting started.
I was happy just at the snowmobile stage.
Yeah, right? They're fun.
We could have done that all day.
So we've been fishing for maybe 10, 15 minutes. We're going to probably give it another 10, 15, and then probably get on the move. Run and gun, run and gun. That's how we do it.
I feel like I'm in like a meditative state. It's like zen out here. I'm watching that line. Any little wiggle, I'm like...
Cody's got one nipping at his heels.
It's only 2 feet down. That's not a fish.
It sure could be. Yeah, drop your bait down and see if he chases you.
Those are the hands of a fishing guide.
Right.
What's the temperature today?
-8.
-8. Touching metal, cold, wet, snowy hands.
Feel like a champion.
Yeah, you are a champion.
So Cody's been getting some nibbles, and it's a good sign, but it's a cold front. And if you're a fisherman out there, you already know what that cold front condition means. It means they can be very hesitant to bite. So he's had some nips. We've lost some baits. I'm gonna size him down from this already small size to a micro size. Sometimes in these cold front conditions, look at the difference in the size between these two baits. It's not a huge difference, but that can make all the difference in that fish committing to bite. Now, I don't know why. Go ask him. But it does work most of the time. So let's see if just sizing Cody down a little is going to be, you know, the bee's knees.
I used to be one of those guys that just never wanted a guide for anything. I don't need no help. I can do it myself. But now, after having a fishing guide, I don't think I'm ever going to fish without a guide again. He's doing everything for me. He puts the hook on the line. He puts the bait on the line. Cleans the ice off my line. This is glamping. This is glamour fishing.
Pretty nice, huh?
This is glamour fishing. Yeah, I'll take this. This is all right. Do you make coffee out here as well?
Sometimes.
Is there anything you don't do, Steve?
I do lawns, I do hedges, I do home cooking, I do drone shots if you need them. This is a full service operation, Cody.
You can plug your phone number if you want. Just how do they reach you?
All right, guys, I'm not really feeling it. We haven't had any bites. I think it's time to move. You're the boss. The tough thing in these conditions, a lot of times, is just getting the sleds moving. So it's always a good idea, especially with mine. It's really heavy. Just clear the way a little bit. All right, spot number 2, and that was a little bit sketchy, getting across, guys.
Yeah, we were half snowmobiling, half sea-doing.
Yeah, it was more of a sea-doo situation.
Half sink. That's fun.
Yeah, it was. I made it. Like, I was pinned the whole time, all the way down like this, and like just water flying up behind me.
And having made it safely to spot number 2, and having paddled through like 4 inches of slush and water, buried in at least a foot of snow, we get down to the business of clearing spots and drilling holes, and look at this beautiful cooperation going on. Teamwork makes the dream work. Am I right?
All right, we're all set up in spot number 2, and we're fishing shallower water, so we're going to try and be a little bit quieter. We don't have to whisper or anything, but we're looking for brook trout, and we're looking for nice rainbow trout.
I want that brookie.
Yeah, that's what you're all about today.
The brookies.
Yeah, they're so tasty. I think it is like the prettiest fish. Like,
Yeah.
Would you vote for brookie as like the most Canadian fish?
Well, yeah, maybe, but I just think they're beautiful, and I love the way they like. I like the fight on them too.
Oh yeah, they give her.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a few candidates, but they're one of the prettiest trout for sure.
brook trout in the spawning colors, the males in the spawning colors, bright orange bellies, and the white and the black dots. Oh,
Even the hens, man, with those little blue halos around the red dots. So pretty.
beautiful creation. Just gotta put one right on the end of this line.
Right.
Thought I felt the bite.
Yeah. There was a little guy hanging around there. We saw him on the sonar, but again, with these cold front conditions, they're just gonna kind of, especially if it's a brook trout, he's just gonna kind of smell it and nibble at it. We gotta get lucky that he actually mouths it a little and that you feel it and set the hook all at once. It's gonna happen, Caitlin, it's gonna happen.
I know, I've got faith.
You feeling optimistic about spot number 2 here?
Yeah.
I am. We're gonna work for it today, but we'll get him. How about a little coffee with some homemade maple syrup in there?
Yes, please.
Fresh and hot, warm up the bones.
Thank you. Wow, it's delicious.
Right? Oh man, we just had a hit on the jaw jacker. And I should have set the hook. I made a mistake. Cody was running over and I really wanted him to grab it and fight the fish. And I didn't. I just kind of let it go and he kicked it. By the time Cody got here, the fish kicked it, but I'm putting a fresh bait back down. And it's a good sign. It means fish are moving in, hopefully starting to snap. We're moving holes here. Kayla's doing a great job. Look how much snow there is. That's a lot, eh?
Yeah. Like some snow angels.
Right? Like, are we in Canada in the winter or what?
I love the sky, like the sunshine peeking through this cloud. Just beautiful light out here.
Gorgeous.
Fish would just be a bonus, honestly. It's just gorgeous.
Oh, we're getting one. We're getting more than one, I hope.
Yeah.
And from here, the afternoon continues to wear on. We're marking the odd fish, but none are interested or active, and I'm trying every trick in the book to hook these guys up. But so far, nature is just not cooperating.
Cody's got a little school coming in, and he just had a little nibble. And
And the fish have been really, really finicky. So we're just gonna give it some time here and let them eat.
You can taste those ones. Just gonna eat them raw sashimi.
If we could do it.
I haven't had breakfast or lunch. I'll eat raw brook trout right now.
Yeah, you would. We gotta get one to bring to Chef Mike and eat it on the way out.
Oh yeah, that's a fish. Yeah, that's a good one too. See that little yellow line? It's somewhere just outside the corner. Just at the tail
No,
switch.
but where will there up there?
Yeah, you can even go down for more. Yeah, that was exciting, eh? That was like,
It was.
he came, the thing had a sniff, we watched him on the sonar, we couldn't get him to bite, but they're coming in, man.
So when we see 4 fish on there, does that mean there's 4 fish, or is that just picking up at different spots?
It's possible that he kind of marked and then turned, and then marked them twice. That looked to me like at least 2 or 3 fish that came together,
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because when they entered the screen, they were like at different heights.
Oh yeah, there was 2 up and like halfway up the water column, and then there was a nice one down around 17 feet there. We're fishing deep, again, cold front conditions. They're not up shallow where I'm expecting to find them, where usually we get these species, but we'll move back up there as the sun gets closer to the trees. Right now, we're still targeting sort of deeper water than I would normally, and it's actually, the proof is in the pudding here. We're seeing them deep.
15 feet.
Yeah, 15 for like a brook trout.
Yeah.
It is deep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, buddy. We got one right around 16 feet. Hold on.
As you were saying,
I can't even remember what I was saying. I got too excited.
finicky fish, trout
Oh, yeah.
species.
Yeah, so what it's all about for the new fishermen out there, fish, I think I explained this earlier, I can't remember, they're very sensitive to barometric pressure. So when we're in a bad barometric pressure phase, even if it's a bad one, if there's 3 days of it, that turns to a good situation. Oh, that's a bigger one too.
They'll never get through a whole statement here.
It doesn't really matter. We just want to put one on the ice. Yeah. Anyway, the point is 3 days of steady weather, no matter what that weather is, you get a bite back on.
I'm not always supportive of technology, but this makes it more fun.
When it's slow,
Yeah.
at least it gives you something to kind of understand what's happening down there. And isn't it kind of nice to know, like, hey, there's fish around.
It's worth
They're just
sticking
not,
around, right?
they're not
Sure.
biting. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's just it gives you a reason to maybe try a different bait or try a different hook.
Yeah.
Or it's like you can learn more. Same thing with trail cameras.
Yeah.
It's like you can learn so much quicker.
Yeah, 100%.
What's going on out there when you're not there, or what you can't see under the water.
That's how you look at these things. I use it for depth, finding structure, and as a learning tool, just to see how the fish are behaving.
Yeah.
And everything I'm seeing today is like very typical behavior for these conditions.
So Steve, I've watched your first video. I kind of know you were living in Morocco. You had some health issues.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what brought you back to this life. You started here, you came back to this. But what I was kind of curious about was like, you don't need to be out here as a fishing guide to eat healthy and to be healthy. So why like this is kind of, this is rough living for most people. They would think of this as like a rough way to earn a living, but you're smiling all day. You're loving it. Your energy's up. Like, so
I love it.
Why this? Like, why is this what you chose to do? Like when you just like reset your life?
Yeah, it's funny. Well, like my family's business was a hunting and fishing camp when I was a kid. So I've literally been going out in boats with guys, showing them good spots and all that stuff since I was a kid. And then if you've watched the first video that I put on the channel, and you've watched it, I was in the music business for a long time, trains, planes, and automobiles, and just living that life, which is actually quite unhealthy and not eating necessarily great food and all that, and got very sick, etc. But I started out here. This is my first real passion in life was the outdoors, and fishing was a huge part of that, man. So when I came back to Canada after my divorce and everything, and moved back up into the wilds of Haliburton of Central Ontario, I was like, you know what? I should try a little outfitting business and just give it a shot. Just like see if I still am into it, if I like it, if I can pay the bills, find out all those things by doing a little outfitting business. And what I found out in that process is that like I love doing it. I like being out here with people. I like teaching new people how to fish. I like fishing with experienced fishermen like you and just trading tips. And having a great time. And it's kind of like, I feel like in a lot of ways, it's like coming back to my childhood in a way.
You're like the perfect stereotypical fisher guy. You're a little young yet. Like, give yourself 10 more years.
Yeah.
You are going to be iconic Canadian fisher guy. It's going to be, you're going to be, they're going to make movies about you.
Oh, well, I guess that remains to be seen. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just like digging it, doing my thing. And it's, it is part-time. Like I do other stuff, I teach courses about forest ecology and wild mushrooms and wild plants and all that stuff. And
which I want to do. That's what I'm glad to be out here fishing with you, but I want to do some mushroom walks.
Oh yeah, man. Let's get out and get some mushrooms for sure in the summertime. We'll set some up. We'll do something. But you know what I mean? All these little things with my outfitting business are a little bit different. So like in the wintertime, I'm doing a lot of this. And then in the summer, I'm teaching and I'm traveling a lot and I'm out in the bush. And I've kind of designed actually my whole life to be like where I've got spring and fall open for the hunts, to fill my freezer, to, make some content and do some other things, etc. But then it's varied, That's the beautiful thing about an outfitting business. It can be anything, as long as it's outside and people are into it.
In all of my journeys and adventures, the people who I always feel are like the happiest and the most fulfilled are people who are connected to the land and have their job is different every year, every season.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's not the same thing every single day. It's like, okay, now it's maple syrup season.
Yeah.
Now it's spring foraging season. Now it's, fishing. And then it's like fall is like hunting. And like you're always got that
changing gears
going, right? So you're not living in this life of repetition.
Yeah.
And you're like fulfilling yourself and you're getting fresh air.
Right. And exercise for like, I'm getting on, man. I'm like a crusty old dude. This keeps me young, man. I'm out here. I'm slogging in the snow and just riding snow machines and digging holes. And same reason I love getting out in my garden all summer. It's like, keeps me young, man. I'm getting my hands dirty. I'm breathing fresh air. Same reason I like home cooking and all that. It's active. It's keeping my mind active.
Exactly. It's problem solving too. It's keeping your brain in shape as well. You got to do something new to deal with. Right?
I'm telling you, us crusty old guys, we need stimulation.
I'm almost there. Yeah. I don't know if I call myself a crusty old guy.
I don't know if I'm crusty yet.
I'm certainly trying to avoid being one.
Well, that's really, I'm joking obviously, but like
I might be crusty. I'm just not old yet.
You're just not old, just crusty. But like I'm on that way there. And I think all these outdoor activities and maybe choosing a little business, to keep me busy doing all that stuff is hopefully keeping me healthier too.
For sure.
Like you said, breathing fresh air, doing something different every day, keeping my mind active and my body.
I can't, even just on a daily basis, for my own, mood, I need to get outside. And I feel like I need to, this sounds a bit dramatic, but, I feel like I need to temper my soul, every morning. I get outside, breathe that fresh air in, calm myself down, and have that time to myself to do my own thing. Usually it's just a woodcraft thing or maybe fishing.
That tells me probably you're a lot like me, where you just have a busy mind.
I do have a busy mind,
and you're thinking all the time. I have that exact same affliction, and just getting outside, breathing fresh air. And friends have said this to me too, especially when we're out foraging, hunting mushrooms or plants or whatever. You should see, I'm like a bull in a china shop. I'm a big loud guy all the time.
Yeah.
You should see my demeanor change when I get in the forest, and it's not intentional. People have pointed it out to me over and over how it grounds me and calms me, and I don't talk half as much or half as loud, and I get tuned into the mycelium underground and what the trees are doing and what the weather's doing. And I think you're like me. I think we have that same busy mind where the forest can calm you and make you just feel like you're in it. You're in that moment, not the moment you're thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. It changed my demeanor, not just in the moment, but as a person.
Yeah. Yeah. I find for me, it's I'm mostly a bull in a china shop, most of the time. But when I get out in the bush and I spend a lot of time in the forest, it really does chill me out a lot and tunes me into nature in a way that is really fulfilling.
Because nature is subtle. You got to pay attention. Even fishing right now, even just trying to have this conversation while fishing, it's I'm not fishing as good as I could be fishing.
Right. And we've missed a couple little bites too already.
It's you got to be ready.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
let's fish.
Good time though, man. Good time.
Oh, bro, Cody just had a really nice rainbow one, I think. That was a big fish, dude. Oh, he got you, eh? Oh, okay. Don't worry, let's reset. Let's put it right back down. Let's get him. I just missed one. Cody missed one twice already. We're getting into that end of the day. Things are getting a little frustrating. It's getting cold, but we were having to talk about this, and I want to make sure to include you guys on this talk. If you're an outdoorsman or you're aspiring to be an outdoorsman, there's a really important concept you need to know. It's the eternal optimism of the outdoorsman. Whether you're hunting, whether you're fishing, whatever it is, the pursuit that you're after outside, you have to always sort of feel like and actually think there's one right around the corner, because it's often true. And it's the thing that keeps you going through these periods of like, oh, we just missed a few. It's going to happen. You don't get down, man. Like, don't let the negativity in. You keep the positivity. They come back, man. They do, and you'll get another opportunity.
Caitlin, are you feeling eternally optimistic right about now? Am I right?
Yes.
How about you, Cody? Still feeling eternally optimistic?
That was right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Feeling optimistic. Literally feeling it. The rod.
Yeah, you've had a couple of good chances. This is going to be the one, bro. This is going to be the one.
It's just enough to keep you wanting it. You know, it's like just that. It's like that gateway
Right? The gateway drug.
drug to just becoming overly obsessed.
Yeah.
Careful. If you're not a fisherman, never fish.
Don't start.
Don't come do this. It could change your life.
You could get addicted.
Yes. You could spend a whole birthday weekend running out of hooks, driving 45 minutes to go get more stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
I know, I've done it.
I got away.
One that got away, man.
This is how finicky those fish are. This is Cody's bait right there. You see this line right here? Oh, there he is. He's coming up off bottom, buddy. There's a big, gnarly rainbow right there. And he's looking at it, and he's not coming up. Okay, drop that down to him, Cody. Drop a little line out. Yeah, put it right on his frickin' snout, man. He's been up. He's rose up twice already. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's gonna hit it right now. He's gonna hit it. Oh, he went past it. No, he's right under you. He's at you, man. This is it. This is it. Oh, he noped you. He noped you again. No, he's there. He's there. He's still there. He's gonna change his mind. He's got to get hungry at some point, right?
Gotta get hungry at some point. I just don't know if he's gonna get hungry first or me.
Yeah, right. He's been rising up 3, 4, 5 times. We've put it on his snout. We've tried to pull it up and make him chase it, and he will not commit. Sometimes when you pull it away from him, that can be just the thing that triggers the... It's hard to get. Yeah.
Except we've tried that 2 or 3 times already to pull it away from them, which is a really good little trout trick. When they're finicky like that, pull it away from them, make them think that bait's getting away, and they'll chase it and grab it. He won't do it. He's did twice. He's followed up and went, nah.
So frustrating.
Right?
Problem that us outdoorsmen have is that we try to be sportsmen. We try to play their game.
Yeah. You think we should make them play ours?
I think we should make them play ours. Which would basically just be freaking
Like a spear gun, or what are you talking about?
scoop the whole fish and scoop
Just get
the
a
whole lake. No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm not supportive of that. I'm just saying, like,
You're feeling frustrated, and that's fair.
as humankind, we can get these fish out of the lake. It's that we're trying to trick them that we're fish. That's
We're
the
trying to
problem.
exercise fair chase and be sportsmen and do it
right.
in the
That's
right way.
We're playing a game. We're losing right now. I'm trying to make excuses. I'm trying to make myself feel better that the human race is smarter than this fish.
What are we?
But right now, I'm questioning it.
Cody, did you change his mind?
I have not changed his mind. We changed the color of the hook, though.
We did change the color of the bait. We're trying all the stop. We're pulling out all the stops, man. They're just noping us.
Nopein.
I know. It's like a verb. I made it up.
Steve has been keeping us full of, what's the word?
Fishing information.
No. That too. Yes, that too. Optimism. Optimism is the word of the day here.
Yeah, that eternal optimism of the outdoorsman. Because guess what, man? We can nail him right now.
5 more minutes.
5 more, just one more cast.
One more cast. See you here in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning. Yeah, so that thing's called a hyperglide we just put on. If you, rip it a few times and it kind of darts from side to side as well, maybe that'll wake him up. We got to do something here, man. We're losing light fast.
Come on. Wake up.
Wake up, little trouty, wake up. Yeah.
Just trying to annoy this thing to death. I have to make it. Come on. No.
Guys, we just missed another one. It was so close. This fish is driving us crazy. Crazy. But we're getting, like, we've hooked up with him 3 times and just can't manage to like set and get him moving. It's gonna happen one of these times, but we're like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, it always looks lighter on camera, but it's getting dark and we have to get back to base camp at some point. We need a thumbnail here.
This is it. Take a picture. This might be it. This is it. Get Caitlin in here.
Doesn't happen very often here at Haliburton Forest, like really, really rarely, but like, I'm feeling the S word. Let's not say it, because we still have like a couple of minutes before we really gotta pack up and go. But like, the lake might have beat us today.
It might have beat us. It's not for lack of effort.
I don't like it. I don't have to like it.
No. But that's how it goes sometimes.
It does go that way sometimes, but you know, we don't have to like it. It's all part of it, the outdoors and the eternal optimism. Listen, I'm back in the morning with clients tomorrow, and trust me, I'll be back in here bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to rock and roll. You know, and feeling like it's just like when we walked in today, like, hey man, anything's possible. But right now, I want to punch that fish.
I think we got to call it.
Yeah, okay, man. Well, not for, like you said, not for lack of trying. All right, guys, I'm going to start pulling set lines. Just keep fishing. Keep fishing right to the bitter end. A lot of times that beauty comes right at the end, okay? When you're least expecting it, okay, Caitlin? Let's do it. Yeah, keep the faith.
Words to live by, no doubt, but Mr. Brookie did not deign to give us another shot. And even though it sucks in the moment every time, it's these kind of days that make it all the sweeter when the successes do happen.
That was fun. Woo! That was a little sketchy, but we made it. Just hit it. That's all I did. I literally had it pinned the entire time. Yeah. It all worked out. Okay, let's get back to base camp. Right on, let's do it.
And after a relatively short gun back to base camp, we hit the restaurant on site.
Well, cheers, guys. Thanks again for coming. Wish the results were better. We were hoping to be in here with the fish and get Chef Mike to cook it up for us, but hey, we're eating some other good stuff and we had a good time. Absolutely. Thanks. My pleasure. Thanks, Haliburton Forest. It was a great spot.
Guys, awesome hang.
Thanks.
We'll do it again soon.
We'll be back.
Well, next time.
And thus ended our adventure. And look at that beautiful truck right there. I didn't tell you this earlier, but the day before, Cody and I were working on a Toyota commercial that he was shooting and directing, and these guys were dead tired. They worked like dogs. They were up all night. They hadn't eaten all day, and then they came out and got skunked, and we're still totally full of positive energy and good vibes. These are exactly the kind of folks I love hanging out with outdoors. And hey, if you haven't already, go check out Cody and Caitlin's YouTube channels, check out their Instagram, and hey, while you're at it, subscribe to this little channel right here. I literally just started it. Your support is super duper appreciated. I got tons more content coming for you Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And if you're new here, do me a solid, snoop around the channel a little and go watch another video. Peace.